They find the dumbest white people possible. Now, don't get mad, white America. Hashtag white people are smart too. Come on, you don't need, this has got to stop. Filmmakers should know better today. Martin, when is it going to end? Where's the Black Panther for white people, Martin? You know? Now, you can go to dtmerch.com and you can see over there all of the mainstays that we have, including my favorite, the black cotton tee with the white logo. You can get the colored logo on there. Sammy's done some designs right there. We got the characters, all of our video game pixelated selves. I do too. We got jerseys, backpacks, phone covers, in case your phone is shivering and cold a little bit. All that right there and more. Go to dtmerch.com and check it out. And you love our stuff so much, you see you buying it in bulk. How come you're not joining us on the show? Well, Corey, I live very far and I can't drive. I don't want to hear all that. There's no excuse when you become a subscriber. Because when you become a subscriber, you can simply support all the shows that we do here. Or better yet, you can be a part of the shows that we do here. Go to doubletoasted.com and you can subscribe in many ways. The way I recommend, humbly, is that you use your Amazon account, combine it with our Amazon Pay button, put in that user word. I just combine those two, that username and password, that user word. Put those two things together, and bam! Once you press send, oh, what is that tingling all over my body? Oh my! It's that toasted goodness all over your ass right now. It's going to be a habit now here in Austin where they just don't want to show the world certain movies, at least not us here in Austin. And Sundays have become the day to catch up. Thank God for that movie pass. Mm-hmm. And one movie that we didn't hear about was Strangers 2. They remain strangers.
I don't even know Strangers 1, and I heard nothing about this.
Well, I'm glad you asked about Strangers 1, because let me go ahead and set this up. So I don't know who heard about this movie, what the marketing was like, because this is a movie that opened up pretty decent this weekend for what it is. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Strangers 2, Pray at Night. Now, this movie, it did, for its budget and for what it is, did okay at the box office. Number 3, $10 million this weekend. And this is a sequel to the 2008 movie, The Strangers.
2008?
Yeah. Hey, never too long or ever too old to put some horror out there.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking the same way too, man. Damn. It took a long time for these people to start killing other people.
They went on a sabbatical.
Yeah. Took 10 years. They honed their murdering skills. And now they're back, Martin.
Found themselves. Okay.
They found Jesus. They found religion. They said, now we can get back to killing people. And I like The Strangers when it came out. I'm not crazy about it. This is a movie with Liv Tyler and Scott Speederman. And what this movie is about, and the reason why I like it is because... Speedman, there you go. I like Speederman better.
I do too.
Yeah. Change your name, man.
Speedman sounds like a lame superhero.
Yeah, it sounds like a...
I'm Speedman.
Sound like a Mega Man character or something. But Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler, they're just a young, happy couple. They moved into the suburbs. And then all of a sudden, these two hipster chicks and some dude with a potato sack on his head, they just start showing up in the front yard, terrorizing. First start with these little pranks, throwing stuff at the windows and just standing in the front yard looking crazy. And then they start breaking in with weapons.
Oh my God.
We gotta get out of here. Now open the door and I just want you to run, okay?
And just like hipsters too, they love vinyl, playing records. And the biggest thing with it is that they always try to create this trademark with the killers. And the guy wears a potato sack, but the two female hipsters, they got these Cupid doll masks on.
Oh, this shit again.
This shit again. So we can create a Halloween costume. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they took 10 years off. They said, you know what, this is wrong what we're doing. We need to pull back. We need to go to church real quick. We need to go on a sabbatical, on a walkabout and whatever else we do. And then they did it, and then they said, no, that killing.
I'm sorry. At heart, I'm just a killer.
That killer is just too sweet. It's too good. And now they're back. And I'll tell you what, I like the first one. I'll tell you why before I get into the trailer for this new one. I like the first one because it touches on something that I've always said about suburban and upper class living. All these people living in these houses where got these big ass glass windows, glass doors, and it's just so you could throw a pebble at some of these things and break in. I have this thing, if I get another house, it needs to be zombie proof. I need to have bars and gates and all.
Okay, all right.
No, because after looking at this, it is way too easy. And that's what they're addressing, this false security about living in these so-called gated neighborhoods, this falseness of suburbia. And so while I don't think it was a great movie, I thought it had a smart premise and a smart message to it. Let's go ahead and see if the second one can keep up with that. And we'll be back with my review. Strangers 2, Pray at Night.
Leave us alone! And watch you play!
I like the way the other two chicks got like nice masks and he didn't even try.
I know.
He put a big ass sock on his head.
Leave us alone! But we've just started.
Got you, Martin.
It did.
Man, this be the movie for you, the horror movie.
Yeah.
Because you're fickle when it comes to the horror out there. You're a stickler.
Yeah, most of it I don't care for.
Well, Martin.
Every so often I see something.
Well, Martin, that's why I'm here to tell you about this. And see, the stakes are a little higher here. As you can see, there's a family here. Christina Hendricks is the mom, Cindy. Bailey Madison's the daughter, Kenzie. Martin Henderson is the dad. And then you got Louis Pullman as Luke, the son. And you're looking at, in the first one, it was a young couple. They were adults. But now why are you getting the kids involved? Now you got a whole family here.
A family is vulnerable.
Family just trying to go on a nice vacation somewhere. Actually, the vacation ain't that nice.
In a trailer home.
They trying to get rid of their daughter. It is funny too because they make it clear like, yeah, we don't like her. Mom and dad like, boy, we can't wait to start fucking on that couch again. Once we get these kids out of here. I'll explain the dynamic with the family a little bit later. But here was my big question about the first one. That kind of gets answered here. Now, with that first one, and even going into this one, I'm like, how can, in gun-loving America, how can you have two skinny-ass girls and a hipster boyfriend out there wearing these little cheap grocery store-ass Halloween masks and a potato sack, hipsters who love listening to retro 80s music, skinny as hell, how they going to get away with just walking up into somebody's home without catching a bullet in their asses? And the question that's answered here, that question I just asked, is answered here very easily. And that is, and just bear with me when I say this, don't get mad, they find the dumbest white people possible. Now, don't get mad, white America, or anybody else in the world. When I say...
So you're saying they're not typical white people. They are the dumbest
They are
white
the
people.
dumbest that you can find. And I'm not even talking about... Listen, when I say dumb white people, I'm talking about movie dumb white people. I'm not talking about real white people. Real white people know how to run just as fast as Negroes do when you see danger. I'm talking about movie white people dumb. Because that is one of the biggest cliches in horror movies.
Yes.
The dumb white person who has to go investigate.
Investigate. And has no sense of self-preservation.
Yes. I'm not racist. I'm not talking about real white people.
We're speaking against racism against white people.
I'm talking,
in the movies.
Yeah, I'm talking about the stereotypes. This white people racism has got to stop. Because filmmakers...
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
And too much stinks.
Shit. Hashtag white people are smart too. Come on. We don't need... This has got to stop. Filmmakers should know better today. Martin, when is it going to end?
I guess we got to add that to the tropes we're sick of.
Where's the Black Panther for white people, Martin? and look, the reason why I say this is because the the first moment that you discover dead bodies in a movie, get the fuck out. You shouldn't.
Wait, why would you stick around?
No, exactly. Because you a dumb white person in a movie, Martin. No, listen to me. When you see it's a movie, get the fuck out. You shouldn't even finish the word murder. You look at somebody and say, Uncle John, Aunt Jane been murdered. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. We are not sticking around.
Yeah, everything else we'll do remotely.
Oh, not here though. No, come on, son. We got to investigate.
Guys, what the hell is going on?
Uncle Marvin, Aunt Cheryl are all cut up and there's blood everywhere.
Okay, this is some kind of a joke.
It's not some kind of a joke. I swear I would not joke about this.
Okay, where was this? Where'd you see?
No. Where was this? No, what you do is, where's the car? And let's get the fuck out of here.
And call 911 as we make our way to the car.
Yeah, call 911 when you in the next city.
Especially if you're white, 911 will come out for you.
Yeah, quickly. Yeah, you put that white voice on. I just saw 2 dead bodies. Oh, shit, you hear? Sir? Huh? No, get the fuck out. No investigation.
Take Kinsey back to the trailer. Okay. Call the police. And lock the door, okay?
Now, what are we going to do?
Do you know how to get back there?
Dad?
Yeah. Can you show me?
No! No, don't show. No, get the... Now you with me, white people? Movie, dumb white people. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, y'all should be mad, too.
You, sensible white person sitting there. You are with me. Get the fuck out. That is the oldest cliche. Well, where are the bodies? Let's go investigate.
Let's go see.
And taking my son, too. Hell no. Boy, you better get in the car. You gonna be here, too. I'm gone. Y'all got 3 seconds to catch up with me. In fact, that boy would be like, Dad, I saw Dad. Dad, the fuck, Dad. Stop, Dad. Took too long. Too many words. We out of here. The fuck is wrong with you? Now, I have to say this, too. You can't really blame the killers, because besides just being dumb white people, I mean, they continue to make it easy for them.
We didn't even want to kill you.
These people, this point. These they make it so easy for them. 4 people in this family. You got 2 teenagers. Somehow, everybody left the trailer with their phones still on the table. What? Not one person. There's a good setup to reason. There should be a good reason. Like Dad is telling the family, like, guys, can we just put the cell phones down for a little bit? And you can even see the kids putting away in their pockets. But for some reason, when they leave the trailer, they all put their cell phones on the table, and then they're surprised when they come back and that shit is smashed. And even the killer leaves a letter on the table, like, really? For real? Y'all not making this fun for us.
Yeah, cell phones are the bane of fiction writers, because it solves a problem that most of them used to be like, oh, this will be the conflict, but it's like, what about the cell phone? Fuck.
But they had an out right there. Dad asked them. Dad said, damn, can we play some cards? Can y'all just put the phones down? He could have pulled out a bag and said, everybody, phones in here.
Yeah,
no more phones
sure.
for the evening. No, you don't do that. No, y'all ain't thinking ahead on this. Dumb white people in movies. And to continue it, I can't, if you want to hear how the stupidity goes on, these people chose to spend the night at the darkest, fogiest trailer park in the city.
When you said fogiest. You mean like the most old people?
No, I'm putting emphasis on foggiest.
Oh, okay.
Foggiest.
Okay.
I'm telling you, they in the foggiest. And that's old people running it. So yes, foggy.
Foggy and foggy.
No, it is the foggiest trailer park and darkest in the city. Okay. And one thing I didn't know, if you live in a trailer park, being that I don't live in a trailer park, I didn't know this, but apparently all trailer park people, they migrate like birds. All of them just leave at the same time.
That's not true.
In this movie, it is.
Oh, no.
Unless you are running the trailer park, everybody, they come in and like, well, it's trailer trash vacation season.
I love it. Sure, I live in a mobile home, but I like to vacation on the south of France.
Oh, yeah. They all have trailer park vacation season. Everybody gone. The only people left are the people who just want to be murdered by serial killers. everybody gone. They go from trailer to trailer hiding. It's just empty. Trailer trash vacation season. They just all just fly away in a V.
Like the swallows returning to Capistrano.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. If you, it gets deeper with the stupid shit. Yo, yeah, it's more.
But wait.
But wait. But there's more. For your stupidity, for free, we'll add in some more dumb shit. And with this right here, they had plenty of time to call the police. There are things that happen where somebody you in this dark place, weird things are happening, and y'all just like, no, that's odd. There's a girl that keeps showing up at the door, asking for someone that's not there. She shows up twice at this door, acting like a crazy bitch, and nobody thinks to call the police.
Guys, the door's not even locked.
Is Tamara home?
You lost or something? You want me to call someone?
Well, that's odd.
Okay.
So who wants to play cards?
Gone, man.
You out here in this creepy, dark ass area, and you playing the creepiest game of ding dong ditch, and you ain't calling the police after that? Some girl can hide. If you notice, she strategically placed herself to hide in the shadows to creep you out, and you do not call the police after she does this. Not once, but twice. Dumb white people in the movies.
See, I feel a disconnect from this, from just the premise alone, in as much as I would never be out in some place like that.
Yeah, Martin.
And I don't think I have any friends. I definitely don't have any black friends who I know would do this.
Martin, why you telling me shit we know? Why you want to tell me that the sky's blue next to me? Yeah, of course you wouldn't do this shit.
Like horror movies work because you go, oh, I could see myself in that situation, and this shit could happen to me. But when it's one where you go like, yeah, I would never do that.
No,
that's what they get.
No, I mean, it'd be one thing to like say, I would never do that, and I would never do that. The things like that happen in movies, but when you get to about the 50th time of, I would never do that, how long are we going to play this game? By the way, y'all losing. This is some dumb shit right here, and
it sounds like you could have a great drinking game. Take a drink every time somebody does something you
Martin,
would never do.
You be dead too by the time this is done. Killer's looking at you like, I never had a chance to stab this motherfucker, drink himself to death. Because these dumb white people doing dumb shit in this movie, they decide to play that game. You know, this is you have a scene where somebody's face to face with the killer with a gun pointed straight at them, and they do nothing. And even the killer telling me, I can't believe this. Sometimes you got to root for these killers because they can't even tell them, bitch, you ain't gonna shoot me. If somebody's like, the fuck shoot him? He ain't gonna do it. You dickless motherfucker. I mean, we're talking about people who have killed horrendously, graphically, and gorily, and you can't pull a trigger on them? And no offense to the women out there. No offense to the women at all. Because we're in the age now of the strong women, and yeah, I know women can handle their own. But I'm sorry I got to say this. Christina Hendricks, she ain't no small drink of water, man.
Right.
Very tall.
Right.
Thick. That's
Yeah.
what people like about her.
Right.
I'm sorry, but when you got some little ass 16-year-old looking chick who look like she's doing a YouTube prank right now, like Christina Hendricks is turning around and she's horrified. She can't even. I'm sorry. That girl is little. I don't care if she got a knife. You can't throw a lamp at her head.
Yeah, she is little.
That girl is little. Christina Hendricks can knock her out with her titties, man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be sexist here. If you want to talk about strong women, it's almost an insult to me because Christina Hendricks could probably beat my ass. She's so tall and big. You letting this little ass thing right here, this little narrow ass girl come in here and scare you like this, and y'all running like fucking a Scooby-Doo? You got one girl and two chicks in here, and she ain't got nothing but a knife, and y'all got objects to throw at her head? No. You're not giving me a lot of things to work with here as far as tension. Y'all gotta try. Y'all gotta try harder. And let's take the killers out of it, and let's take all the dumb shit out of it.
Is there anything left after that?
Yeah, the family, and you hate them.
Do you?
You do, man. As I said, look.
Is it because the teenage boy is 30 years old?
No, he feels like a teenager through some of the movie.
Okay.
The girl feels like a teenager in the worst way more than him. Listen, mom and dad in the movie, mom and dad are likable. Mom and dad even make me laugh because the whole movie, you got the daughter, little Kinsey, the whole time. And by the way, she's not that great of an actress of what they gave her. I'm not saying the actress is bad. I always say that. I'm not saying that. I don't think they gave her a lot to do. Mom and dad, they're kind of cool because mom and dad are honest. You know, they say that they make it known like, yeah, we sending you to boarding school. We gave you a couple of chances to get your shit straight, and now you out, and we ready to party. We were looking for. I think they actually, I think they actually blackmailed her or pinned something on her.
They set her up.
They set her up. Yeah, they set her up because they were eager to get her out. But once you see her, you realize why. No, for her to be the teenager in this movie, she's just this spoiled teenager who, for her, the only thing that she does in here is that she, let's see if I can find a picture of it here. The only thing that she does here in the movie, her method of acting is to just pout, chew gum, and smoke a cigarette and shake her head and be dramatic. But if I tell you something, these are movie parents that I like because they really don't seem bothered because she's like, I know you want to send me away to boarding school because you want me out your life. And the parents are like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it, right? We only want the best for you, baby. And then the whole time they just hugged up. And she just got that lip just pursed and pouting, smoking that cigarette always in her finger. And even the brother comes on like, Jesus Christ, stop being so dramatic. But, the parents and dad, and mom and dad and the brother, they're not very memorable. They're not really. Sure. They're
not deep.
They don't have not deep. Hardly have any personality. Her personality is annoying and whiny. So you just kind of like either I'm not going to care when these people die, or I'm going to get out of my seat and cheer when they kill this girl right here. And when it does get to that point where you're starting to like really be annoyed by these people, you're saying, man, just kill them and get this over with so I can go home. The movie kind of turns around, and there are some saving graces in this film.
Okay.
For one, I will give it to them. As silly as the premise of this trailer park is, with everybody leaving at the same time, and it being the trailer park of Silent Hill, all this fog everywhere and everything. Right. When they are in the trailers, it is kind of cool that they have these real, very narrow, claustrophobic areas to work in. Because, if they come in through the door, you ain't got nowhere to run no more. That's kind of cool. And the trailer park itself, it's stupid and you can't take it too seriously, but they play with the environment of the trailer park. And it also kind of made for a good setup, if you can get past the ridiculousness of it. Also, it's very cinematic near the end. There's a part where the cinematography also adds to the tension of the movie. There's a part where let's see here, they're fighting. Let me cut that down a little bit right here. They're fighting in a pool. One of the strangers, the male killer, is fighting the teenage son in a pool, and it's tension going on with it because there's some as you can see right here, there's some quick swings of the axe close to the body. Yeah. But when he falls into that pool right there, that's where it turns into a nightmare scenario because that kid is fighting that guy and he's in water. Yeah. And you've had that nightmare where you can't move. Right. You're trying to run from this guy, you're trying to fight somebody, and you're not moving as quick as they are. Yeah. And they play with the sound as you keep going underwater. It gets quiet. The struggle is really cool when they do that. It's a scene that works well. And when that kid is trying to run from him, and you see that stranger right behind him with a knife, and that kid can barely get away, you are on the edge of your seat, like, come on, man, man, oh, run, motherfucker, run! And there's scenes as it gets near the end where things turn around where you start rooting for these characters. They're no longer victims. They're fighting back. And that's what you see with every movie. Like, man, I wish somebody just shoot this motherfucker. And there are moments like that here where they legit start fighting back. That's what made the first Strangers kind of a bummer, because it was I don't want to do any real spoilers, but you know, it has a very grim ending. Let's just say that
The first one or the second
first
one?
one. The first one has a very grim ending, and let's just say that the killers get the upper hand, sort of in the situation. This here, they just, they start doing what you've been telling them to do for the last hour and 20 minutes of this movie.
So it's like, what's that movie where the killers wear the animal
You're
mask?
Next.
Yeah, You're Next.
Wouldn't say it goes that far, but it does say, man, okay, this ain't Jason Voorhees. This ain't Michael Myers.
Right. These people aren't invincible.
Yeah, y'all
In
can
fact,
fight.
they're teenagers. Fuck them.
Yeah, you can fight these fools back. These goddamn hipsters out in here. And when they do that, it lends for some other very cinematic scenes. I mean, look, I'm going to tell you right now, there's one scene in here, and it is kind of a spoiler, but I'm going to tell you this. There's a car that explodes with one of the bad guys in it. I mean, I'm talking about like cop movie explosion. Like, gas is leaking, fire it starts to spread. Kaboom! Somehow the truck starts going back again.
What?
Yeah, driving a truck that exploded. Now, if it weren't for the character fighting back, and if it didn't look so cool when that fiery truck looks like Ghost Rider in a way.
It does, yeah.
Starts chasing her across the bridge, it would be horrible. But even they were able to kind of redeem that. It's a movie that turns around in the right way a little too late.
Oh, okay.
You've been complaining about it, you've been laughing at it, you've been saying all these, you've been making fun of it, and you're just waiting to leave. And it's a shame that you get to this point where it's like, man, I really am at a point now where I wish I could see more of this movie right here. Or I wish you were a better movie at the beginning with your setup. I mean, I don't mind these people dying. That's great. The stakes are high.
Yeah.
But doing it in this, where all these people were just doing all these dumb things, it takes away from the effectiveness of what they had later. I will say this. Also, the ending, the part of the ending is a straight up Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff. I mean, y'all jacked that. I don't know. Don't come in here telling me you this is an homage. I'm gonna stab you in your ass. You try to do that. Oh, I love that movie. No, you ripped that shit off. But for the latter half of the third act, I would say that it's worth a low rental.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and I would even say it works to the movie's benefit. I mean, it's a very low rental, but you're gonna be laughing at this. You're gonna be making fun of it with your boys, and y'all gonna be high, and it's gonna get to a point where y'all gonna really get into it, and it's gonna be kind of cool. But again, tad bit too late. And then once more, I'm not racist. I'm not talking about for all the real white people out there. God bless you. But this shit right here, y'all know what I'm talking about. All of us have to stand strong.
Sure.
Stop this kind of negative white representation in movies, Martin.
Yeah. In the hate.
It ends today. God damn it, I think I actually did people a favor. Brought the world together.